Hello, this is Catherine Patterson with Team 7447A, Cubic. This is a Fusion tutorial designed to help either returning CADers or new CADers learn the basics of the software or even see anything that they weren't too sure on. What we're going to want to do as a start is search up Autodesk Education. If you search up Edition alongside it or Autodesk by itself, it will not bring you to the right link. And if you're using Google, you should automatically see it in Students here. You'll need to sign in, and you will need to sign in with the student account if you want any Autodesk, well, not any, but most Autodesk software for free. That includes Autodesk, Inventor, and this one called 3D Maya or something similar to that. You'll want to press Get Free Access here on this button, and when you're logged in, and once you do, it'll show you your name and it'll show you all that is offered. The FAQs here, if you do have any questions, you'll want to select Fusion, Access Products, and once you do, it will bring you to what is now offered with your student account, and it's actually 3ds Max. That is an okay software, but it is mainly for rendering animations and other models similar to that. What we are interested in is Fusion. I already have it downloaded, so there's no need for me to do it again. You'll want to press download on here, and depending on how long it will take to download, you will need to wait for that. What we are going to do is go into Fusion. This video is just the basics with moving parts. It won't go into too much depth about actually building, but if this video receives enough attention, then that will be something I will consider doing. What we want to do now is download a set of files. You can either search them up, such as GitHub Fusion Files VEX, and it will bring you over here. This is an older Fusion library 1.0, and that is seen there. What we want to do is go into the server called VEXCAD. It has a bunch of libraries for various software such as Inventor, Fusion, Protobot, and SolidWorks. You can see there have been several iterations of these libraries. The most recent one is for Inventor, and for Fusion it was May 20th of this year. It includes just about all the parts that you will need, and if you need any additional ones, you can download them. It is important to note that Fusion has its own file system, which is F3D. This is not the most compatible with Inventor, and there can be some very iffy bugs if you are trying to import files from either or, so I would stay away from that. If you do need to switch files over, SolidWorks and Inventor pair very well. Now, once you have those files downloaded, you're going to want to extract them. I have my own extracting software, so it would not be the same for me, but you would right-click and press extract on those files. Now, in Fusion, once you have it opened, it should bring you up here to a similar setup that I have. You have your projects on the side, which are basically folders within folders. So, for instance, if I open this up here, this is an older file of mine, but you can see it has all these folders in them, and in them it has folders. And so you can see some parts here. What's nice about Fusion is it automatically shows you the images of your files. So if you aren't too sure on what something is, you can just peer to it. I've already made a folder, but we will be using it. It is called Test, and all you have to do is press New Project and name it whatever you'd like. And the same goes for these folders in here. What you're going to want to do is, after you have downloaded your files, you can upload them. And it is a very easy thing to do. So for instance, I have this here. Let's say we wanted to upload a license plate. In fact, 2 license plates. What we will do is we will press shift and click on both of them. If you need to just grab one and skip one and grab another, you will press your mouse and then control. And similarly, if you just want to grab the entirety from top down, you will press shift and your mouse. So what we will do is grab these and just drop them there. It will upload, and that's it. You will want to try to follow how you have all this set up. If you don't, it's going to be very frustrating trying to find things. And so that is all. There is one thing that is helpful to have, and it is a utility that with the older version of Fusion automatically can change the size of C channels, screws, the inserts on wheels and gears, and I think that's about it. Now, I don't have the file on my system where I can easily find it, but it will be linked in the description, and there will be a video detailing how to install that. What we want to do is learn the basics of how to use this software. So we're going to grab an aluminum 2XC channel. What you do need to know is you have to drag it in and you cannot double click. If you do double click, it is going to open the file as itself. So any changes you make to this body will always be there for this. So it is recommended just about always to not mess with it. You can see this modify part utility. That is what I had installed, and it's also right here in the VEX CAD library. I can change the holes to any length I want, and the arrow indicates that length. So let's say we want to do 25 long, which are the holes right here. And you may now notice that not only is there an anchor here, but there's also these holes. The anchor is indicative of grounding. Grounding is where it is basically stuck where it is and it cannot be moved. So if I try grabbing this and pressing M, the short key for moving, you can see that I cannot. Once I right click on here and press unground from parent, I can now move it, and it shows me this little GUI there. Now, other things to note is if you press your scroll wheel, you can move like that, any direction really. If you press control in your scroll wheel, it does a similar thing, but it's more linear. And if you press shift, it turns you so you don't have to use that consistently, which is very helpful. So now we are going to do one final thing and take a look at how to smoothly operate this stuff. You can press this arrow here and it moves it left to right depending on how it is. This moves it forward and back, and this moves it up and down. These angles, this one has it at a diagonal angle, and it shows you on the right side of the object that you are rotating or moving how it is moving. You can also turn it this way around, and like the others, it also gives you that information. And it provides you on both here and here the direction that a object is rotating. Now, something that is important, and if you press escape, it will revert back. Something that is important is you have this unit of measurement. It starts in millimeters for some reason, but if that is a problem, you can change it to whatever you would like that is available there. And you would press save. And now, let's say we are happy with this and we want to save it. You can either go to File, Save, or you can press Save here. And so we will call this test. You can save it in any of these locations that you have, but for now we're going to put it in test. And you will save it there, and it does not allow you to save it again unless you actively do something like move your part or adjust anything. So we are going to now move this, and as you can see, what it will do is bring that up. And you also may notice that there is this sketch here. It's needed for some things like aligning, but if that is not what you want, you can disable it like that. You can also disable it here in Object Visibility Sketches. It is not recommended to do that if you're going to make things like polycarbonate, as you cannot see the sketches, since it has to be made here and extruded. Polycarbonate is 0.0625 inches in width, so that's helpful to keep in mind. Now, that is all that I have to offer for this beginner's guide. If you are interested in seeing any more content synonymous to this, please do let me know, and whatever retention I get will determine whether or not I'll be able to make another video. And since we had this as a test, we don't need to save it, but you will want to save it every few minutes as you're building, or else if you have your computer or system suddenly crash or something happen to it, you will not get the new information that is not saved. So we can shut that off, and once Autodesk closes, we are done. Thank you for watching, and have a good one. Bye.